you may be wondering why we are talking about a dog POV. As it's in the description, this is for BJ Bandit, aka Legs, love of his life.
Yes, a podcast for the love of my life through the eyes of a dog.
Yes.
So, the dog he noticed, right, during this thing they called marching band, right, um,
Yes.
did legs. He was starting to notice people too, and they were uh, they were kind of in similar spots. They were trying to figure stuff out. You know, and, um, at the time, right, legs was actually in a relationship, um,
Oh,
but it was a tough one. It was a pretty tough one. Yeah, it
what
was a
was her
pretty tough
name?
one. Uh, well, for different reasons, we won't disclose it, but it definitely wasn't Kata.
Oh,
Um,
you said Kata.
Kata,
Yes,
yes.
nobody liked her.
Um, but anyways, the doggy, he noticed something, right? He noticed the way the legs would look at one girl in particular, right?
Yes.
Um, and who we now just so happen to call BJ Bandit.
Any
Um,
reasoning why we came up with the name BJ Bandit?
well, somebody's got to take the name. Gosh,
Ah,
who's the one to do? MVP for that. MVP for life.
yes.
But so he, kind of started to kind of notice this and see Mr. Doggy here as Mr. Brutus here, as anyone would thought that there was thought he's like he didn't say much, or he scratched his head because he's like there's kind of an issue like this.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that Liggs's relationship didn't really work out. It actually tended to be a
I
very
told you
tough
so.
one. Um, and in the end, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And so then he, through the whole thing, he couldn't stop thinking about how this whole time, he really thought the girl was something special,
She was
more
not.
than um, BJ Bennett. Blake thought BJ Bennett, was something
Oh,
something more than
okay, yes.
more than just a little crush, more than just beautiful,
So,
something special.
like
And
penetration.
no, but he,
Ah,
so he always had this in the back of his mind. But then
yes.
whenever he broke up with his old girlfriend, he really thought a lot about it. And what the doggy realized that Legs might have also realized is that BJ Bandit, right, had a boyfriend,
Oh
and so
no.
that's a little bit of a problem.
Oh no.
But and I don't know, but you know, from the doggy's eyes, Brutus, um, you know, just sit there and watch Legs, and tell him, I tried getting the point across that maybe he should go talk to her. If nothing else, become friends.
Yeah.
But Legs, he never wanted to really,
Mm-hmm.
and he was scared. That things would go wrong. Um,
Yes,
turns
but
out
you had your
that
best bud at your side the whole time.
yep. Turns out that later that year, it turns out later that year that Legs actually got after his breakup. He really thought about things, and he realized that he had a few classes with this beautiful woman that we call BJ Bandit,
Ah, yes.
and he started to slowly try to talk to her, and realized how much he truly liked her, and how much he really loved her personality. And I think it was good for him.
Yes, I like I like the way you described this information. You described it very, very grown-upish.
Hmm. And he talked a little bit more. Um, and one move that I do gotta credit Legs for is one time early on in the gym study hall, he when asked for his Snapchat, he said he didn't have a Snapchat, but he could give his phone number, and he got Face's phone number, and from there on,
He got
it
what phone
kind of
number?
went. BJ Bandit.
Oh,
My bad.
don't mind if you
Sometimes
hear
I forget.
my combo crunching.
That's all right. So, getting a little bit of ASMR going in the background. Um, but Legs thought this could be something real special. And then he talked to her more, got to know her a little bit more, and he realized that he only liked her, 10 times more than he thought. That everything about her, flaws included, just make her 10 times more perfect, you know. And
Yes.
so, time goes on. He went and hung out with her and his friend Ignacio the mall one night, and that was great. They started FaceTiming a lot, and got to know each other. And then my bud Lakes, he found out right that get this, she liked him too,
Ah,
and so Lakes was very very happy about this, and
yes, yes.
you know he saw an opportunity. Um, he gathered the information that her male best friend might not be the best option for her right now, and he made it his goal to be able to prove to her that not only does she deserve better, but you know, show her everything that she deserves, and that's what he's been trying to do. And you know, I got to give him props. He's been doing a good job, I think, at least from my eyes, as a doggo that I am.
Yes, yes.
Um, but still slow. 6, 20, 20, 20 is a date I keep hearing being thrown around. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to mean, but I think it might mean something.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I mean, really background wise, Lakes has always thought she's kind of cute, but kind of always knew there's something a little more than just good looks. That was just the cherry on top, to say the very least.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, and so he started really liking her. He'd do anything for her. He always tries
Not
to
to not to interrupt you, but you're getting a little farther away from your mic.
my bad. Um, I thought I seen something biting on my tail. Anyways, uh, yeah. So I mean that pretty much covers the background information. The story of Lakes falling for PJ Bandit, and I mean, background wise, at least we're good. Um, More recently, Lakes has been just trying to help her in the sense of trying to make sure she's feeling okay and she gets the best for her, whether that be um, just needing help with anything, needing anybody to talk to, and I also could give props to BJ Bandit because she's been very strong through the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I think it's carrots. I don't know nothing about carrots, but
Wait. I'm sorry. You said you said carrots?
yeah, carrots. My bad, carrots. Yeah. Anyways,
What about
but
chaos?
yeah, I don't know nothing about no carrots.
That that was a good one, Mr. Brutus.
Yep. Thank you very much. I must say though, in the end, it's an overview of both people on both ends of this ship of sorts that you call it, whether it's a friendship or whatever it entails.
Yes, yes.
Legs, is I think, a very thoughtful, loving, caring person. He would do anything ever for BJ Bandit. I think that you know he connects with her in a lot of different ways. He knows a lot of the things she's going through, and while he may not be living it, he can at least relate. And I think that he wants to try to help her through it as much as he can. Um, and BJ Bandit, I like I said, I think she's been very strong through this. She's a
Yes.
very beautiful and talented individual, and
Yeah.
I think she has a lot of care and love to give. And I think we can all agree that it needs to go to the right person, and whether that's legs or not, the situation that she's in right now just might not be the best for her. Um, and as much as we'd like to all see her out of it, there's still things holding us back, like anybody would in that situation. We all have our things, but
Yes, yes.
I think that we can all agree that we can help her over it and help get her in a better spot, and do as much as we can. I mean, we out here every day. Okay.
See,
Um,
now, I would fully agree with you now, but my question towards you is, let's say that friendship went into a loving relationship. Alright? Now, what if she is not the one? Have you ever thought about that one night you just laid in your bed and you asked yourself, if I were to marry this girl and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, or the way I imagined it, what would you do in the future of that happening?
um, I mean, to be completely honest, I don't foresee that happening. Now, saying that, going out on a limb, that would happen. Um, it it'd be all me, nothing, in the sense that BJ Bennett's done. Because to me, honestly, she's perfect in every way, and I don't think that anything could, you know, ever change that really. But um, if for some reason I were to fall out of love, I would I would make sure in every way. I would never lie to her. I would, tell her I'd be straight up, because that's the kind of relationship that we have. Um, I would tell her, and I would make sure in every way possible that she'd have everything she needs to, not be upset. I all in the end, all I'd want for her, right, is to be happy, and I'd have to make sure she gets everything. I would literally do anything that she needed me to for her. I would just do anything, to be honest, to make sure that she's happy and all right. And to be quite honest, I'd probably be very upset with myself for allowing it to happen. Knowing that, could I find any better? Probably not. So in that case, I would be, really just upset with myself in the end. But I would 100% be honest, and I'd 100% make sure she's happy, and you know, as happy as you can be, at
Yeah.
least in that situation. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I see. I get what you're trying to say. Now, what if your feelings don't change, but hers? My bad. Hers does. Have you ever thought about that even?
I mean,
I mean,
it,
you as a dog, not being 100% sure, but like, what if this information that I am saying has will, not saying it 100% will, but it does have a possibility of happening.
mhm.
What if she loses interest in your your boy legs?
Well, I think that Legs would be upset, very upset, but
Yes, I would
I
agree.
don't think that that should change anything, right? I mean, he, in the end, as long as she makes good choices and she's happy with where she is, I think that that's all Legs could really care about, you know. And maybe he doesn't get the girl of his dreams, and Legs wouldn't be that upset knowing that she's happy, and yeah, sometimes it might kind of suck, but in the end, in you know she's in a good position. She's happy. She's not getting hurt in any way. Emotionally or physically. I
Yeah.
think that I think that it'd be good for her, and as rough as it might be, I think that Legs could potentially, maybe go out and find someone. Maybe not even look for someone, but maybe he'll meet someone who he didn't even expect.
I'm
But in
sorry,
the end, right?
you're a little quiet.
Sorry, my bad. But in the end, I think that Legs would be genuinely upset for a little bit, but at the same rate, as long as everything goes good for her, I think that he couldn't be happier. I'd say that's pretty much how Legs would feel in that situation. Say that ever did come upon us.
I would more than likely 100% agree with you, Mr.
I mean,
Brutus.
and as long as BJ Bandit would be down with it, I'm sure Legs would want to be friends forever. I'm sure
Yeah.
that he wouldn't want to just break it off. I'm sure that as long as the feelings mutual, which I'm sure it would be, they could be best friends for the rest of their lives. Really, at that point.
Now, your owner or your best bud legs, if he were to become heartbroken over and let's say any of the stuff that I said has come true and your I don't know what you want to call him, best bud owner legs becomes heartbroken, very depressed. Do you think that he would feel comfortable expressing it to his best bud, Pablo? Knowing his Pablo
Uh,
friend can be an enormous dickhead, but he does it through love.
yeah. I think that he would. I think that he could. He talk a lot about it. I think that he'd want to talk about it. He'd want to get out his feelings. I mean, I'm sure he'd be pretty heartbroken over it. Um, I mean, and that's if that ever does happen, right? But saying that it
Exactly.
does, yeah. I'm sure that he would. Yeah. You know, he's got to feel some way about it. I definitely think that would help a lot.
Yes. I mean, would you like to add anything else to this podcast? Because based off of our solid half an hour conversation, we got most of what we needed to speak about finished. And if you'd like to add
Yeah,
anything else, feel pleased to say it at this moment for the next about 3 minutes. I'd give you a little bit over if you would like to continue to speak.
yeah. I mean, pretty much just to wrap it up. I think we went over a good amount of information. We got what we needed to for the first episode of the podcast. I
Yes,
think I I mean, other than the fact that I think Legs wants BJ Bandit to know that he loves her a lot. You know, more than anything really. Maybe more than he should at this point. But I think that he'd want her to know that, and that uh, she means everything to him. And if she ever needs anything, to just know that she can always come to him, no matter when it is, what time it is, no matter what it is about. And I mean, other than that, I think that should pretty much wrap it up.
alrighty. Now, one more quick question. Do you think
Yeah.
we should continue the podcast every night for half an hour and slowly
Yeah. I mean,
have our podcast become public?
I think we could. I think that it could become a truly amazing story if you really want to put it
It
that
could
way.
become,
I'd be down to be a regular visitor on the show. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
yes, I would agree. Now that our time is coming up with approximately 1 minute and 20 seconds left, would you like to say anything else to BJ Bandit, or your owner Legs, or his best bud Pablo?
Um, Shout out to Pablo, for all the nice help, nice talks, going good. Shout out to BJ Bandit because she is the love of Legs' life after all. That's what we're here talking about. And
Exactly.
shout out to Legs for out there trying, being loyal, not flirting with all these other girls. Being good to BJ Bandit. We always like to see that. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've got to say. But I'm just a dog. What do I know?
It's good to hear. Well, this is going to wrap up our first podcast of the night. It is May 17th, I believe,
Yeah,
at
yes, it is. May 17th.
9:54 p.m. We will hope to make another one tomorrow around the same time. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and we are out. That was good.